Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Some people don't gaslight you to control you. They gaslight you until you erase yourself for them. And if you think you'd notice when it happens, that belief is exactly why this story should scare you. Psychologists call this malignant gaslighting. And once you understand it, you'll see why some victims don't just lose arguments, they lose their identity, your memories, your emotions, your sense of reality. All of it can be quietly rewritten by someone who smiles while doing it. And the worst part? The victim in this case was intelligent, self-aware, and emotionally strong before it started. But here's where it gets even worse. She didn't realize she was being gaslit until her own thoughts started arguing against her. At first, it didn't look evil. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't loud. He didn't insult her directly. He was calm, logical, reasonable. When she said, "That hurt me," he didn't deny it. He said, "I never said that. You're remembering it wrong." Not angrily, not defensively, almost kindly. That's how the most dangerous gaslighting starts. Not with cruelty, but with plausible doubt. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. The brain doesn't collapse all at once. It cooperates. This happens because your brain hates uncertainty more than pain. When two realities collide, your memory versus their confidence, your mind looks for the fastest way to restore balance, and confidence usually wins, especially when the gaslighter never raises their voice. So her brain began doing something terrifying. Instead of asking, "Is he lying?" it asked, "What if I'm wrong?" That question is the doorway. Weeks passed. Every disagreement ended the same way. She apologized for things she didn't remember doing. When she brought up past conversations, he would smile and say, "You've always had memory issues. Not you're crazy. That would be too obvious." He said it softly, repeatedly, like a diagnosis. Soon, she stopped trusting her recall. She started writing things down. But even that wasn't safe. Because when she confronted him with proof, he said, "You wrote that after. You change things when you're emotional." And something snapped inside her. If that made your stomach tighten, good. It means you understand what comes next. Here's the harsh psychology most people never hear. Gaslighting works best on people who are self-reflective, empathetic, and emotionally intelligent. Why? Because they're willing to doubt themselves. Narcissistic manipulators don't destroy you by force. They destroy you by recruiting your own mind against you. Eventually, she stopped arguing altogether. She'd think something, then wait for his reaction before believing it. Her emotions became questions. Her memories became guesses. She once said, "I don't feel real unless you confirm it." That sentence alone tells you how deep it went. And this next part explains why some victims never recover fully. The most evil moment wasn't the lies. It was when he told her, "I'm the only one who understands you. Everyone else sees how unstable you are." That's called isolation reinforcement. When the gaslighter positions themselves as the only source of truth, once that happens, escape feels like insanity. Staying feels like survival. She left eventually. But gaslighting doesn't end when the relationship does. Months later, she still questioned herself. Not about him, about everything. Her confidence didn't shatter. It evaporated. That's the real damage. And here's the truth you've been avoiding. If you've ever felt like you needed permission to trust your own thoughts, this story wasn't entertainment. It was a warning. If you want to break this cycle, start with this. Reality doesn't require consensus. You don't need agreement to be right. You don't need validation to feel what you feel. Here's the mental rule that actually works. Anyone who repeatedly makes you doubt your sanity is not misunderstood. They are dangerous. Trust patterns, not apologies. Consistency, not explanations. And the moment someone tells you your reality is the problem, that's the moment you stop explaining and start protecting yourself.